minutes. I'm just getting set up on YouTube Live. And there we go. We are live as well on YouTube. And we are here streaming across the cosmos. Greetings to both YouTube and Facebook friends or people post live watching the recording. Because if there's no such thing as time, then we're all tuned in at the exact same time. So my name is Nick Lasky. I am a professional psychic and astrologer, and I have been hosting these global healing meditations since the beginning of the pandemic. We started off twice a week, then we knocked it down to once a week, and now we're at once a month, okay? Things have, in some ways, calmed down from the quite hot intensity of 2020. So, I want to acknowledge right from the get-go that today is a very auspicious day because it is Beltane. Now, some of y'all probably are like, well, Beltane is on May 1st. It's May Day. Well, that is true. Just in the same way as Halloween is the cultural manifestation of the pagan holiday called Samhain. But actually, both of these 2 points or Sabbats or holidays, if you want to call them, demarcate very important points in the solar calendar. And the point that we are at exactly today is halfway in between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. The sun right now is exactly in the very middle degree of the sign of Taurus. We are just in the very heart of springtime. And if you've taken a moment to go outside in the past week or a couple of weeks, then you've been experiencing this because the flowers are blooming, the trees already bloomed and went into their green lushness, and pollen is everywhere, and life is alive very robustly once again in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, to our friends down in Australia or in other countries in the southern hemisphere, shout out to you, John Pope, then y'all are right at your Samhain time. And both of these times are really what we're talking about is changing qualities of light, and we're very close. We're just about six weeks away from the longest day of the year. So savor every week right now here in the northern hemisphere. Hello, friends. Yeah, so this is personally my favorite. I love more light. I love these long days. If it stays like until 9 o'clock. I don't know. I've never been up to, Norway or Finland where it can stay like 24 hours or even, most of the day. I don't know. Maybe at some point you would get a little tired of it, especially probably when it's dark all day. But maybe Chloe, I don't know how far north you are in Canada. But that being said, so today is the honoring of Beltane on the specific astrological point. Again, traditionally, culturally, it's celebrated on the 1st of May. So happy Beltane, friends. All that being said, there is some more exciting unfoldments too coming up astrologically before we get started with the meditation. One is May 20th. I'm starting a new 8-week introduction to the language of astrology series, all via Zoom. It's on the Aquarian Bookshop's website. You can check out more there. That is something, if anyone's interested in learning astrology, we're starting at ground zero and building our way up. And then also the end of the month, Wednesday, May 26th, I believe, I'm going to be hosting a ritual for the lunar. that we'll be having in the sign of Sagittarius. Okay. And so I will also be posting that on my Nick Lasky Astrology Psychic Facebook page, as well as on the Aquarian's Facebook page. But anyways, that's coming up also at the end of the month. So we've got a couple exciting events coming up. But all that being said, you've gathered here for this fantastic opportunity to convene with each other for a meditation. If you're totally new to these meditations, we have been doing them with the intention of connecting a grid of like minds, like energy fields, of calmness, of peace, of clarity amidst these interestingly and crazily turbulent times, depending on where we are in the cycles of things. But it's a whirlpool. So let's dive into the meditation. So if you would settle into a comfortable position, I recommend to sit up, supporting your spine, or you can sit against something, but I recommend to be sitting up to stay very wakeful. And allow yourself, if you need to stretch, if you need to adjust yourself, whatever you want to do, to really let yourself relax. So perhaps let's do this together. Let's take a big breath in through the nose and a big open mouth exhale. Let's do this once again, breathing in through the nose and a big exhale, letting go of any tension. One more time as the eyes are closed. Big breath in and exhaling. Now, turning within for a moment of time, feeling yourself relaxing, letting go of any pressure, tension, stress on yourself to do anything, to achieve the next thing on your list, or whatever you need to resolve, or ideas that you need to sort out, or your schedule, all these things that we become inundated with, and especially due to the smartphone. We are so easily, our attention is spliced into an infinite number of directions. So let's just take this moment to unplug from that. If you haven't, great time to turn your phone off, or at least on silent, so it won't disturb you during this meditation. And allow yourself to focus upon your breathing. And if at any point during this meditation your mind wanders to this or that, or sounds from wherever you are outside, take your attention. It's totally fine. That's absolutely normal. And when that happens, simply take a profound breath and gently bring your awareness back. It's like walking a good friend, your grandmother, across the crosswalk. Just simply walking your mind back to its center. Gently bringing your awareness back as many times as you need to. So beginning now to use your awareness to scan your physical body, to notice where you may be holding on to tension. Take that in for a moment as you take another deep breath. Where are you holding on to tension? If you're not holding on to tension right now, then you are doing very well. But if you are holding on to tension, then you're like 99% of everybody else. So notice where that is, and then take another deep breath, and then allow yourself to consciously relax that tension, perhaps using your breath as a vehicle to pump new oxygen and energy into these places of tension. feeling your body relax deeply and profoundly. And I will begin a count from 10 to 0. And when I reach 0, you will be in a deeper state of relaxation. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Profoundly relaxed. Turning deeply within. Everything about the moment is calm. Becoming aware in the next moment of time of yourself as light. Spiritual traditions, teachers, and even modern science tells us that we are beings of light. So image yourself in this moment of time as light, as a radiant, glowing being of light. Perhaps like you are a sun, glowing, pulsating, feeling yourself one with this light. And with each breath, this light becomes more bright, more vibrant, beautiful, illuminating the space around you. And in the next moment of time, allow the light to grow, to expand like a sphere all around you in all directions. And with the next profound breath, imaging this light, spreading, filling the entirety of the room that you are in. And then with another profound breath, the light continues to expand, filling the entirety of the structure, the building that you are in. If you're in your home or an office or your car, wherever you may be, it's completely illuminated with light. And the light now, just as light travels very quickly, the light continues to expand outward in all directions with each breath that you take, filling your neighborhood, the surrounding area, all the people, all the plants, all the animals, filling the entirety of your city or village or town. And with the next breath, the light continues to expand to fill the entirety of the state or the province that you may be in. And then the entirety of the country that you are in. And in the next moment of time, filling the entire planet, imaging that the glowing orb sphere of light has filled the entire planet. And it's as if the earth is within a beautiful, brilliant sun, glowing star, glowing orb of light. And for a few moments, simply breathe and allow the light to do what light does. Purifies, energizes, radiates life, life-giving energy that all humans, all plants and animals and insects and creatures upon this planet are receiving the bounty and the boon of this light. And in the next moment of time, breathe profoundly once again. Becoming aware in the next moment of time that there are other practitioners in this very moment and in future moments that will be tuning in to this meditation. The same frequency that you are tapped into. And there are other spiritual practitioners all across the world that hold the same frequency and intention of light and blessings to humanity and the planet. So breathe profoundly and image other bright points of light popping up all over the planet, various places that we call countries, all over the globe, and seeing them pop up and becoming interconnected like a grid, these conscious practitioners holding the same intention, becoming unified by this intention, connecting in this moment of time to the grid. And so once again, breathe profoundly 3 times. And in the next moment of time, I will begin to offer particular words or intentions that we may collectively vibrate to emanate through ourselves and outward to the grid, and thus outward to humanity, amplified by our collective intention. So firstly, let us hold the intention of profound peace. Breathing profoundly as you hear the sound of the bell, radiating outward to the grid, peacefulness. And now to profound calmness. Breathing profoundly, radiating calmness. And let us inhale and then emanate radiant, robust health. Breathing profoundly. And let us send profound healing, light, and energy for the mind, for the emotional body of all beings. Breathing profoundly. And let us radiate outward harmony. Breathing profoundly as you sensate harmony within yourself and then emanating outward to the grid. And let us now invite in the spirit of equality consciousness. All beings are children of the divine. Breathing profoundly. And now let us call upon the spirit of cooperation and collaboration amongst humans. Breathing profoundly. And let us call upon now the spirit of respect. Respect for our sisters and brothers. Respect for our ecosystems and environment and the beautiful animals that live upon this earth with us. Let us invite in and emanate respect. Breathing profoundly. And let us now invite in the spirit of clarity. Breathing profoundly to clarity. And to beauty. To the beauty within everyone and everything. And in the next moment of time, let us call upon unconditional love. Perhaps using an image in your third eye of a baby or a puppy or a kitten, little baby animal. So easy to love, but also unconditionally loves you. Breathing profoundly as you emanate unconditional loving energy. And in the next moment of time, if you have a personal or specific intention that you would like to radiate outward, go ahead and do so at this time. And once again, breathing profoundly 3 times. And for a few moments, letting the energy do the work. Letting the energy do the work. And once again, taking a profound breath. Beginning now to let any imaging go, bringing your awareness back into your physical body, sensing yourself as you are perhaps seated. In the next moment of time, gently coming back. I'll begin a count from 1 to 10, and when I reach 10, you'll be fully back, awake and alert, back in the space. 1, 2, 3, beginning now to stretch, to adjust yourself. 4, 5, 6, 7, continuing to stretch, taking a final deep breath in. 8, 9, and 10. And welcome back, friends, on this magical day of 555, because today is May 5th, 2021. Numerologically, 2021, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5. So we're in 555. Also happens to be Cinco de Mayo. So, and it also happens to be Beltane. So let us now, I just want to share just a brief little quote from Jerome, who's a channel teacher that I study with in a mystery school. Before we call it a night to go out into whatever Beltane celebration you have or do. Which a great thing to do is simply go be in the woods or by the river in nature, in some way honoring the earth, Gaia, perhaps making an offering to the earth of seeds or flowers or fruit or incense or water. All right, so the Jerome quote is this: the more anxious you become about a particular future that seems to be slipping away, the more it is clear that you never actually wanted it in the first place. But if you're eager about a future and it brings you happiness to think about the future, this particular future, you can be sure that you truly do desire it. Again, I'll just say this again. The more anxious you become about a future that seems to be slipping away, in that if you're concerned that it's going to be too late, you're going to miss the boat, you're not going to get this future, then it is clear you never actually wanted it in the first place. But if you are excited and thinking about it brings you joy and happiness, then you can be sure that you do actually truly desire it. Alrighty, fine, folks. So I hope everybody is doing well and is enjoying the beautiful weather here in the Northern Hemisphere. It's like a perfect day today here in Virginia. And again, reminder, on Thursday, May 20th, I'm starting a new Astrology 101 8-week course on Zoom. Check it out, aquarianbookshop.com if you're curious. And in case anybody's also interested, every Sunday at noon East Coast time, I lead a guided meditation and discussion circle called the Society of Awakening Souls, which has been going on since 2013. So, and you can also find that at aquarianbookshop.com. So with that being said, hope y'all have a beautiful evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please share your love and your calmness with your friends, your family, and anyone that you see in the grocery store. All right, y'all. Good night.